happens. Oh, I'm already alive. Wow, congratulations. Welcome to Monday Morning Coffee, episode 19. This is a show where I have a coffee that has some weird white specks on top. I don't know what that is. This is the pre-made coffee. It smells like tofu. Tastes like tofu. Oh, am I gonna die from drinking this? Oh no. It's the iced coffee. It's the usual iced coffee I get. I didn't brew this. But usually I have this. I don't have a problem with it. I don't know. There's just something off about this. Something off about this one. I probably should have checked the expiration date. Oh god, I need to check the expiration date. But I think they use oat milk in these, or like almond milk. I don't think they use like real milk. Yeah, this might be our last Monday morning coffee, which is sad because it would mean that we're rounding it out on a 19 and not a smooth even 20. But this is the show where I drink coffee and keep talking until I finish the coffee or get relatively close to finishing the coffee. Today we will have neither because this is going to be a short one. However, it is good because all the things that I have to talk about here are all related to this YouTube channel. And yes, I did get one of those stupid smartwatches. I'm sure you saw in the last one. So I'm gonna be honest with you. Let me go on my tirade here first. Completely unrelated to the content that I'm going to talk about in the updates, because that's gonna take like 5 minutes, and then the rest of it's going to be this rant. But anyway, I ended up getting a smartwatch, and I like the smartwatch, right? I like the idea that I can have like a GTA mini map on my wrist. I have access to, like a step counter and like how many glasses of water I'm drinking and like my exercise routine and everything. So I don't really have to like put that down on anything separate. It's always on my wrist at all times. So all that's good. And I do like the technology. I like having it. And yes, I could have just had all that on my phone, but I could also have it on my wrist. So I choose it that way. The main problem with this is that, first of all, my wrists are not made for any sort of watch. It could be like a normal, like fancy rich person watch, like a Breda Virgil or like a Rolex or something. I don't know. It would look weird because my wrists are really skinny, and the rest of it's really fat. So I have to put on the skinny angle, and it kind of just dangles. It kind of looks, I don't know, it looks corny. Now, the especially big problem with this is that on the band, so you see it looks corny as fuck, but it's made especially corny as fuck based on the color. Because it's red, and at the time that I bought this, and I got the band, I was like, oh, that looks like such a nice red, like, I'm sure this looks great. And I did the thing where you think about how a thing looks by itself, and not as a cohesive piece across everything. Because when you go out, you're not just wearing the watch. You're wearing the watch and then everything else you're wearing. And what I've realized is that this red doesn't fucking match with anything. I don't own a single thing where this type of red on a wrist makes any sense. So I don't know why I bought this. If I go out, I'm going to have to hide this thing because it's going to look ugly. So I just need to buy like new bands, and I don't know how much the bands cost. This is probably how they get you. They make you get the like real fancy, cool looking one, and then you get it and you wear it and you realize how big of a mistake it is, and then you're like, fuck, man, I should have gotten the normal one. So now I'm gonna get like the dark gray, like normal color bands for this. It already looks dumb on my hand, but fuck it, it's cool. I like it. I think it was a good purchase. It was like what $200? It's not that bad. This coffee. It's gotta be almond milk, right? There's no way. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check the expiration date on this, and if it was like 2 years ago, I'm gonna let you know in the comments section that this is the last video I'm ever making. Okay? I'm just gonna let you know about that. It should be good though. I just like went quickly for the grocery store. I was like, oh shit, I need some coffee for the coffee show that I do every Monday, and I just grabbed one without thinking. But usually it's not expired. Oh, anyway, yeah. Anyway, my point being that is that my coffee's poisoned and my watch sucks. But other than that, I'm doing good. The watch doesn't suck. The bands suck. I need to be clear on that. The band sucks. The watch doesn't suck. The thing around the watch isn't very good. It's not a good color. It is all my fault. I'm aware of that. But anyway, that's that rant's done, which means that I can now finally go into the actual topics of the show. Um, First, caffeine intake of the week. I was wondering when the stream would start. How are you? Well, I think I've described all that in very clear detail in the past. How long has this stream been? 5 minutes. But other than that, I've been doing great. Fantastic. What's the other part of it? Oh, I was wondering where the stream would start. Yeah, it starts a little bit later today because I was pretty busy with my actual real job. I think I've talked about this I don't know if I've talked about this on a previous Monday Morning Coffee, but I've talked about this on a previous stream where literally, like the time frame lies, like on the clock, what time do I stream? Pretty much when I get off work. And sometimes I get off work early and sometimes I get off work late. I tend to get off really early on Fridays, which is what the Friday streams are so early. But on Mondays, it's just whenever people decide they don't need me. And technically, I'm still logged in, but I'm kind of off. Like, everybody knows that I'm off, but I'm still logged in, which is funny. Anyway, let me go into the actual updates for this Monday Morning Coffee. And like I said, you'll all be glad to know that it is all related to the YouTube channel. So if you only care about the YouTube channel, you don't care about the website, you don't care about a book, you don't care about anything else, this is a great opportunity for you because it's all YouTube stuff, all of it. All 3 items, which take like 5 minutes to discuss. But anyway, the first thing is that I'm planning on adding shorts to this YouTube this YouTube channel. So originally I didn't do YouTube. Well, I do. There are some YouTube shorts on here, actually. There's a couple. But they're all like original content. They're not highlights of videos or live streams that have already been done. And the main reason for that was because, if you've already... the implication is that you're coming to this YouTube channel. You've already seen some of the videos. And so if you get an alert on a YouTube short that's like, oh, here's this clip from this video I already saw, that would kind of seem like a spam, like it would kind of seem superfluous. But then I looked into what other people were doing with YouTube Shorts, and they're doing the same damn thing. They're doing exactly that. They do the stream, and then they do the video, and then they do the YouTube Short, and they don't give a fuck. So I'm like, hey, I might as well do that. I know we have the TikTok. I've talked about the TikTok many, many times, of course. And the TikTok always uploads every Tuesday a clip from one of the videos. So I'll probably just put it on the same schedule, right? I'll just say like, okay, well, every time I have a video set up for the TikTok, I'll just also put it on the YouTube Shorts, and I'll work out. And another reason I'm doing that is that I noticed that it's not necessarily spammy because it is also its own separate thing. So you don't get it with all of your other videos that come out on your feed or subscription. It has its own little shorts section. I feel like that's less spammy, so I feel like that's good as well. But it keeps new people rolling in, because we're pretty much done with the German compilations at this point. I have like one more like title idea in case I get enough like clip content, but I don't know when the fuck that's gonna happen. So we need to start rolling in new people at this point, and I think shorts is the best way to do it. And who knows? Another thing I was planning on doing is maybe I just don't do the videos, and I skip the process, and I just do the shorts, because that would be actually way easier. And then just save videos for like really special occasions, rather than just every time a stream has a lot of highlighted content, I make a single video out of that. Although I still do have a couple of videos in the feed that I'm planning on doing, so maybe we won't do that, maybe I will do that. Maybe I'll just like cancel those ones, and then we'll do like short clips stuff to supplement in between the live stream content. That might actually be the best idea. That might be what I plan on doing. You're the boss, no problem, do whatever you feel like it. Well, in that case, I am going to do it. I think that's going to be easy, because that's going to be, like, you guys get regular new content. I'm not counting the posts, because the posts are fucking stupid. I know the community posts, all of the community posts I put on this channel get, like, 300 to 500 upvotes. It's all just stupid shit from my meme folder or stuff I see on Discord. I'm not counting that as engagement, but I feel like, in terms of new content, I feel like the YouTube Shorts are probably weekly, and then that way I don't have to worry about doing YouTube videos, because those take way longer to upload. Oh, and then I'm doing the same video for both TikTok and YouTube Shorts, so it saves me time there too. Oh, this is such a good idea. I'll just do this. Oh, it's such genius. This is why I have Monday Morning Coffee, is so that I can just talk about these things and then realize the right answer as I'm talking about them. That might be the way to do it then. So on Tuesday, because it's always on Tuesday for the TikTok, it's going to be the same schedule. So tomorrow you will start seeing YouTube Shorts on here as well. We'll see how well those ones do in comparison to everything else. I still don't know anything about Jerma. Honestly, I'm impressed you came, because it's surprising that you came in the way that you did. Because I think you came in from that one House Flippers stream where a bunch of people were in, right? And you were just you were the sole survivor. Nobody else survived. Because there was like 10 people who watched that. And that was right after the Jerma clip compilation. So that's why there was a bunch of people in there. And so like 90% of my subscribers just come from those Jerma clip compilations. And there was an early on period before the Jerma clip compilations where I got a bunch of people from Blade and Sorcery. So I don't know if you've seen Blade and Sorcery videos and that's why you got recommended that, or I don't fucking know. Maybe just like the House Flipper connection. I have no idea. But that is very funny, because I think every single other person who has ever clicked this stream that I have noticed that is a chatter besides the sex porn bots, but besides that, have all been Jerma people coming from the Jerma clip compilations. So that's also very interesting. But I'll have to get into some new people. I was also thinking about, this isn't on my my list. I have to move my hand so that you don't see the watch, by the way. This isn't on my list of things to talk about for updates, but another thing I was thinking of bringing back was Indie Game Roundup. Indie Game Roundup was never on this channel, but it was on both of my other channels. It was on the JBR channel, and it was on the Asukari channel, and it's always a thing I have fun with, but it just takes so damn long to do. But if I'm doing it as a live stream, it might be easier. Where I collect a bunch of indie games from Itch.io on the newest releases page, and I basically do like a first impressions review of them, quick fire, like a couple of them in a row. I feel like that'd be pretty easy to do as a live stream, and then just direct people towards the VOD or something, because I usually tell the indie game developers, and that's where I get most of the views, is because I send it to the indie game developers. I'm like, hey, I live streamed your game, and then they're like, oh, cool, and then they share it with their friends, and then that gets a bunch of new people in also. That's another great way of bringing in new people, and I'd be willing to do that too, because it's cool. But I feel like the shorts and the indie game roundup could be the best way to bring in new people from this point forward. Not that I dislike the Jerma people, but I mean, that's how it is. I thought the person who entered chat just said Jerma fan. I thought that's what that said. Sorry, I have to move my head to see that. I hear too many scary things about that guy. That comment on one of your videos gathered so many people telling crazy stuff. That comment was so funny out of context, by the way. You have no idea how funny that comment is in the context of Jerma fans. And that's why. And I think that's why a bunch of people upvoted and commented on it. I also like your edit where you're just like, oh, now I know who he is. How tragic. Because the one guy, the first person immediately told you he died. It was really funny. Oh, those German people are really funny. I'm glad they're here. I don't regret it. They are funny people. I do enjoy that. So that is one thing. Oh, did I miss something? Oh, there's a hello from JMZ, but I think he left because I can only see one viewer. Well, hello in case you're still here. Um, I enjoyed talking to you. I hope I'm not bothering you. No, you're not. This is the point of the stream. I would like to get more people. I know it's just you. I would like to get multiple different people coming in and asking me questions. And so I'm hoping to get more people with this. This is why I'm talking about this sort of stuff, to bring in new people. I would like there to be multiple, but I don't mind that there's one, because then at least I can answer and address your questions specifically. But I would like, of course, more people in the chat. It's always good. But one is better than zero, also. So that's another point. I'm somewhat of a Germa fan because I got recommended this. I don't know why it only says that there's one person. I'm somewhat of a Germa person because I got recommended this. I think like if you had the way that the YouTube algorithm works, I've talked about this before, but based on what you watch, YouTube assigns you a tag. So let's say you watch like 3 Germa videos in a row, then YouTube, it doesn't say it explicitly, but it'll assign you like, oh, this is a person who likes Germa 985 content. So let's bring him the Germa 985 content. And then they do the same with the videos, where they're like, even if it's not explicitly tagged, it's like, oh, this is clearly a Germa video, so we'll put this with the Germa videos. And then they take all the people who watch the Germa content, they take all the Germa videos, and then they put those 2 people together. And it works the same with like any other tag. So I was talking about Blade and Sorcery, I was talking about House Flipper, same sort of thing, where if you watch that sort of content, it'll automatically recommend it to you. Which is nice, because now it's like a lot more of the smaller people get recommended rather than just the big people, because it used to be just like, oh, whatever the popular video is in like the gaming category, just recommend them this. But this time it's a little bit different, or like but a channel by channel basis is also how they used to do it, where if you watch like a specific channel, it'll just recommend you more of that channel, but then you're still not fighting the smaller people. The viewer thing doesn't work properly. The number is never right. Yeah, I figure. And I'm not even looking at it on YouTube. I'm looking at it on Streamlabs. So I have no idea how many people or who is watching this at any given time, at all. My name is unrelated to Germa, by the way. Yeah, I figured it wasn't related to Germa. I was just like, when I switched my head really fast, I thought I saw Germa. But I did not actually think it was related to Germa. Anyway, next thing, going back to the list of the updates that I have. I'm glad you guys are helping me pad this out, because otherwise, if it was just me, like was talking about before, if it was just me, this would be 3 minutes. So I'm glad we're getting a feature-length Monday Morning Coffee out of this, even though I only have like 2 or 3 things on my list. But coming back to this, another thing, and I mentioned this last stream, is that I want to do actual intros on the stream. I don't know what these intros are going to look like. Hold on, let me clarify that. Intro is a strong word, okay? Intro is a very strong word. I'm talking about like having like a fucking still image up, or maybe like a slightly animated image, and having some like fucking hotel elevator music in the background. That's what I mean by image. And it's playing this while I'm sending out the tweet, because I haven't sent out a tweet for these streams in like the past like 3 months. So anybody who finds it just finds it by happenstance. So like instead of having the streams be me for like 5 minutes trying to get everything figured out while I'm sandbagging, having like an actual stream where I like pipe in some music and have like some sort of like nice looking still image to be like, stream is starting soon. I'm working on doing that. And by working on doing that, I mean I've just been thinking about doing that, but I haven't actually put anything down. I'll probably make something in Canva really quick, and then we'll serve that as the intro image or something. And then I have like a playlist of, I like to call it a playlist of soft copyrights, where it's music like video game music and stuff, where it's like in that weird in between of like it's technically copyright, but it won't be caught on YouTube. So I have all of that stuff, and I just need to like at some point sit down, like put all that stuff together. So I'll eventually do that at some point. And that'll be the new like intro, and that's pretty much all I had on that one. Um, so you're becoming sus too because of the algorithm. Yeah, I guess I am. That is true. You might be ending the stream slightly too early. Yeah, I have a trouble with this. It's rolling. And it's always been like that. So I really should know better. The way it happens is that it cuts. So when I press the end stream button at this point, it'll end the stream exactly at this moment. The problem is that when that footage is going to YouTube, it's on a rolling basis. So you guys are always like, I don't know, 5 to 10 seconds behind. But if I press the end stream button, it ends right there. So if I say like, oh yeah, hey everybody, time to end the stream. I'll see you guys next time. See you later. I press the end stream button. It'll actually stop like, oh hey, it's time to end the stream, and then it cuts out, right? Because there was a delay there. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to be like, hey, it's time to end the stream. See you guys later. Pause for a little bit, and then end the stream. And then that way you'll still have the like last couple of moments kept in, and it won't cut in the middle of you talking. But I always just immediately cut, which is bad luck. It doesn't do that for recordings though. So if you're recording using Streamlabs or OBS, it won't do that. It'll just it'll end right where you want it to end because it's local. It's not going anywhere. All right, last thing. That's right, the last thing on this message. You know what? I'm halfway for this coffee. This coffee is pretty good for being like 2 years expired. It's also technically my tea mug, but I don't have any of my coffee mugs right now. They're all in the dishwasher. I forgot to do the dishes yesterday, and I'm really feeling the heat from it. Okay, the last thing on my list, I'm just now realizing it's not really it's the thing I do, like, I talk about, like, at the end of every stream, which is what my next stream is going to be. As promised, the next stream will be BeamNG again, this time modded. I do have your guys' suggestions from the last stream on the Steam Workshop stuff. I've not sat down and actually downloaded the mods yet, but I plan on at some point going through those comments, finding the mods, saving them, and then also just going to the most popular, top-rated page and just downloading a bunch from there as well. So we'll be going back to BeamNG, probably for the last time for a little bit, going through some modded stuff. I also plan on doing a VR stream at some point. I have a lot of VR games that I'm planning on playing. I would like, in particular, to do Half-Life Alyx and Into the Radius, because those are the ones I have installed, and I have played them, and I definitely know, like, they're good stream games. Of course, in terms of, like, VR games, I'm mostly known for Blade and Sorcery, but I uninstalled Blade and Sorcery, and I need to reinstall at some point, get all my mods. I want to wait on Blade and Sorcery until the next update, because the next update is actually 1.0. So they're adding a shit ton of stuff next update. So what we'll probably do is we'll wait on Blade and Sorcery until I get until that update comes out, and then you usually have to give it like a week or two for the mods to be updated again, because the mods break with every update. So I'll probably wait on Blade and Sorcery, but I think Into the Radius and Half-Life Alyx would be fun to play for VR. The only problem is that I also don't know about the microphone, because I don't have like a lapel mic situation on or anything. So if I'm doing VR, I'm gonna be standing right here, and I don't know if that's gonna pick up super well on the mic, especially if I'm like turned around or some shit. So when we do a VR stream, it'll probably be kind of a test stream where I'm like figuring out how I'm supposed to do that. I also don't have that like one plugin or whatever that some people have where you can like show the stream chat on your wrist. I'm gonna have to figure out what that is also, because I don't know that one. But next stream will be BeamNG modded. At some time we'll do VR. I also still want to do Teardown modded. This is what I was talking about to you guys last week. I have so many ideas for streams. This is why I opened up the Wednesday slot. That's why we need a Wednesday slot, because I have too many of these fucking ideas. We need to bring back modded teardown. I told you guys, like, 3 months ago, that the next stream was going to be modded teardown, and it never happened. So that one also needs to occur. I forgot about that one. Oh, will you stream sorcery? Shit, that's another one. I forgot about sorcery. I'm gonna be streaming sorcery too. We have to finish the story. God damn it, I forgot all about that. Yeah, and then Sorcery Part 2. And then a bunch of other games and stupid, silly ideas that I have that I am not going to talk about just yet, because they're going to be special when they happen. Or they're not going to be special, but I don't know when I'm going to do them, so I didn't want to bring them up. But yeah, Sorcery Part 2, we do have to keep doing Sorcery. God damn it. There's so many commitments that I have to keep committed to. But the next stream, for sure, probably Wednesday, unless I get too busy on Wednesday, in which case it'll be Friday, for sure. Will be BeamNG, and we'll do that one. The Mighty Buffoon must win. We do need to do that. One of the videos I'm editing was actually for part 1, but I mean, if we're doing, see, that's another interesting question. When going back to the very first thing we talked about, where it's the YouTube Shorts now being uploaded on the channel, for a stream like that, I feel, because my initial idea was, oh, let me do like a sort of cut up version, but a very sparsely cut up version that has all the story points so that people can follow along with the story, because I feel like that would be really interesting. The only problem is that it takes a shit ton of time to upload that. It takes a shit ton of time to edit it, because you're basically just cutting out anything that's not related to the story or that's not a funny bit. But at the end of the day, you have to go through the whole stream to do that, and you're getting something that is essentially just the VOD, which is already uploaded and available to everyone. So it's like, should I just direct people towards the VOD instead, and then just have the YouTube clips, shorts be the funny stuff? I feel like that would make more sense. So I might scrap that as like a video idea and just have that be like, oh, we're doing the shorts, and then the short, if you look into the short description, it links you back to the VOD so you can watch the whole story as it goes through. Or maybe making like a separate playlist, like here's all the sorcery streams in one, going from beginning to end. That might make more sense because it's all kind of story, except when I have like technical difficulties, in which case you could just skip down the VOD, I feel like. I wondered, is there a particular reason why you decided to start on YouTube? That's a great question. The answer is I didn't. I mean, you can pick up the pieces here, sort of. Well, hold on. Let me close out of this so that I don't forget to do this. You can pick up the pieces, kind of. So I started as a blog. So I've been doing a blog for the past 4 or 5 years now, and that's the main thing people know me for on the internet, is through that blog. And then I kind of went on and off of doing YouTube stuff, but wasn't like super interested or invested in at any given point. Last year in October, I released a series of videos that for some reason blew up. They were the Blatant Sorcery videos first, and then the Jerma compilation, the Jerma clip compilations. At that point, I had like 500 subscribers on this. No, sorry, I only had 300 subscribers at that point on this YouTube channel. And that was so many, and there were so many people like waiting for new content that I was like, shit, I kind of just got stuck into this. So I started doing all the streams and stuff here as a way to like kind of engage those people and everything, because I felt like, you get that channel with like 300 subscribers. I feel like you kind of have to start like doing stuff on there. Now it's 600. We're gonna hit 1,000 at some point. Probably not very soon, but Jesus Christ, that's like too many people. You guys all need to go. No, I'm kidding. But it's fun, just kind of like, because these streams take like an hour 30. Like, they're not very long. I just do them whenever I want to do them. It's not like a huge commitment. But I also wouldn't say I'm trying to like break through into YouTube, right? That's never a thing. I feel like that's probably a reason why a lot of these people get stuck and they think it's too difficult. It's because they're just trying to make into YouTube, which I'm not trying to do. I just do it because it's kind of like a fun pastime to like talk to people and do this sort of stuff. But I'm probably weird in that regard. I feel like most people would think this is like a weird as a hobby because I treat it the same as like reading a book or like watching a movie or playing a game by yourself. But I think playing a game and streaming it is also fun, if not more fun. Which I feel like most people would rather just play the game by themselves. They wouldn't want to do that. But that's the main reason I want to do that. Anyway, I don't have anything else here. I'm halfway through my coffee, but this is the long mug, so I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt for me. I'm going to end this here. This time I'm going to try to not immediately end it so that there is still some... So you don't... the last minute isn't cut off or anything, but I don't know exactly when it ends. So I'll give it some time and let it sink. And maybe we'll just be sitting here in silence for a little bit. I don't exactly know. Remember, I clicked on your house flipper because I saw you had a Boo as a profile picture. Interesting. But if you changed it already, I wouldn't have been here. Yeah, well, unfortunately, we cannot keep with the Nintendo copyright. So I had to make it my own thing. Alright, I will see you guys in the next one. Now I'm going to wait for a little bit. And hopefully it doesn't cut out in the middle of me talking. I have no idea how long I have to wait for this. To the end of the minute, the 32. That's a lot of time. Well, at least when I get the recording, I'll be able to see. Okay, I'll be able to see when it ends. All right, this is enough.